Hello, hello everyone. How are we all doing today? I hope we're having a wonderful morning, a wonderful Friday morning, or a great Thursday afternoon, or just a good time zone in general. Today we're going to be doing something that I have been meaning to make myself for quite a while now. This was actually a recipe that I gave to Sailor Andromeda, or as I know her as Star, for our cooking battle way back in... Oh, how long ago was that? Was it August? I actually can't remember. I could go back and find out through other forms of records or whatever. But yeah, I sent this recipe to her for her to make on her end, and it's just one of those recipes that I looked at. It's like, this is a really nice recipe. This looks really cool. I want to try this myself sometime. And what better time than now? It's the desert dessert chef. Yes. So we picked up a new apron from Mama TC last night, and very fitting, I would say, seeing as how I was told not to hug cactuses last night in our Zelda playthrough. So you know what? I'm going to embrace the cactus today. I'm going to just become the cactus. So, but how are we doing this morning? Tell us. Hope we're doing well. Did you have to go to the office today, or was construction not so bad? I feel like you probably would have had to go into the office anyway. So, yes, I was able to print out the recipe today too, which was very nice because for the last few months, I've been writing out the recipes for my streams at the moment because my printer has gone kaput. So. It's been kaput for a while now. I do need to either replace it or do something with it because as much as it's good to write out the recipes, I always leave it for the last minute and I rush, and then my handwriting is not the best. So yeah, you're not embracing them, they're embracing you. That's actually it's very true. It is very true. They are embracing me today. But yeah, so I rush and I live to the last minute, and I always second guess myself when it comes to what I've written down and what I've done because, well, yeah, it's like, wait a minute, did I actually write that down properly? Was it teaspoons, tablespoons? Was it this much, that much? Sometimes I also forget to put cups, so I put down quarter milk. It's like, quarter what of milk? So it was good to be able to have one printed off today. So I've also scribbled on it already because we're going to be using gelatin sheets instead of gelatin powder. And I need to make sure that I get my ratios correct because the last time we used gelatin sheets, I put half the amount in and it wasn't setting the way I wanted it to. So yeah, I made sure that I wrote down exactly what we need to do today. So most of the people were going in. So I decided not to do, and hang on. Most of the people that were in decided not to do. I decided against it for now. So wait, so you didn't go in today? Is that what you're saying? And Tech, hello, how are we doing today? Hope we're doing well. Are you still in the Oz, or have you jet set over to the States now? So I remember you were saying last night you were heading back to San Fran, and I can't remember if that was a now thing. Nope. You know what I need to do as well? I always forget something. Look after my kitchen for a while. I need to prep up a few things before we get started because yeah. Just realized I'm not getting blinded as much as I usually am. So let me set up the blinding lights. So there we go. The good thing is I don't have to change any programs or whatever because of the lights. It should all be done for me. So there we go. Blinding lights. Yay. Aha. Back in Utah. You travel a lot, man. I'd love to see it. Well, when I say I'd love to see your passport someday, it's where you've been and where you've gone. That's pretty much the only reason why I want to say I'd love to see your passport. I'm at home today. Nice, nice. Don't let me distract you too much. And yes, I was literally on the phone whilst talking to you. Nice. Taking me on the go, taking me mobile. That's nice. That's nice. It's great that so how do I put this? I like Twitch mobile. Yo. Golf wants nachos without sour cream tonight at games. Is it at my place or is it elsewhere? I thought it was elsewhere, so you're gonna have to send that request somewhere else. I'm more than happy to make nachos for you. Is there a dairy-free sour cream out there? That's my question. Also, how you doing? How you doing today, Goff? I hope you're doing well. I had to get a new one last month. New phone. Or lights. Gotta get some lights myself. The computer corner is too dark currently. Yeah. My suggestion would be, if you want something portable, I can show you what I have later, obviously. But if you want something more fixed, you can get what I have, but hardwired. So mine are actually battery powered. And you'll notice a couple of times when I'm doing my gameplay streams or when I'm doing the cooking streams, I'll turn around and go, oh, my light's gone off. Or especially during the gameplay streams, because you can see the green screen. So, like, yeah, light's gone off. I didn't charge them properly. Plane, not phone. Had to get a new plane. Okay. I didn't like sour cream when I could eat dairy. Ah, okay. But we'll have to double check with where we're doing it, because if it's not here, then I probably won't be doing that. But I could always do nachos on stream as well. There's always that alternative. But new passport. Ah, okay. Wait. So, okay, I'm getting a bit confused. So you had to get a new passport last month, but you were on the plane. So you watched me on the plane. So were you watching me on the screen? Oh, okay. See where you travel because he wants to improve your identity. Yeah, he wants to prove your identity. Yes. There's two different types of dairy-free. Oh, nice. Okay. But obviously, Goff doesn't like sour cream, so that's the main reason why. If you want something portable, start cutting things off. Cutting things off and stitching in battery packs. You need something to power it. These lights don't generate power themselves, unfortunately. But, it's not yours. Right. Yes. So, I mean, unless he wants me to come around and cook for him as well, but I think that'd be very intrusive, seeing as how it's his place and not my place. I'm not cooking at somebody else's place. I've given up those days. I've given up the days of the barbecue. If I go around your place for a barbecue, you're cooking, all right? I know I'm the one with the fancy aprons and I'm on with the know-how, but this is your house. You're the host. I ain't cooking. Don't get me started on that day. I'll get started in a second. But no names will be mentioned. But people who know who was there, what we're doing, yeah, they'll know what's going on. I was watching you on the plane on the way to Utah. Had to get a new passport last month because there were no new pages for stamps. That's a flex. That's a flex. That's a massive flex. Tech, shut up. I ran out of pages, so I had to get a new passport. I had to get a new passport because it expired. Or it's going to expire. Flex. Absolute flex. But, just tape batteries to it. That works. Yeah, you just gotta do, twist the cables. And also, Tara, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. If you do need to go have a sleep, because it is very early for you, don't let me keep you up. But I hope you're doing well. Cook for me, servant. Yes. So what happened was we had a grand final party. So grand final for Australian football is kind of like the Super Bowl for America. Or Goff might be able to help me out with this. What are some other big grand final things? The Stanley Cup for hockey. It's not the World Cup for soccer. But it's like the big grand final of the event. And I'll stay till I crash. Well, thank you for don't push yourself too hard. But it's a big grand final, so it's the final match. Just our National League final. Yeah, our National League final. But so we're having a party at a friend's place, and usually the customary things are you sit down, you watch the footy. Halftime, usually somebody cooks on the barbecue, and then the rest of the match, or the other half, you sit down, have some food, watch the match. Then after that, you have a bunch of drink, and then you don't remember the rest of the night. But we went to a mate's place, and it got to about halftime, and we're saying, all right, where's the food? Like, so and so invited us over, so the host invited us over. Where's the food? And he's just sort of like, oh, I was just going to get so and so to cook it. It's like, you're the host. Why are you getting her to cook it? Like, she's not even your girlfriend. that's Dad's wife. Like, what are you doing? And then, yeah, he just sort of showed all responsibility for it, left, and was doing something else with everybody. So I'm just like, what? Everyone's hungry. I'm hungry. It's like, no, stuff it. I'll fire the barbecue up and I'll cook it myself. I was a little bit ropeable that night. So you're the one who is hosting the party, hosting the event. You should have got the food sorted, or at least done the barbecue. You don't have to make the salads. You don't have to get everybody a drink. You don't have to fluff everybody's pillows. You don't have to serve them hand and foot. Just cook the barbecue, mate. That's all you need to do. Just cook the bloody barbecue. But, needless to say, we did not have a grand final at his place ever again after that. We went for other events where he didn't have to cook, but grand finals, off. Completely off the table. So 10 years I've been all over the damn world. I'm surprised it lasts me that earlier. Okay, so cooking request a meal redemption. So the cooking request is either a theme for me to work around. So it could be, you could tell me to use just citrus fruits. You could use me to do something completely dairy-free, gluten-free. You could maybe do something Pokemon-related, Metroid, just general themes all around. Doesn't have to be too specific. Or it can be like a dish. You can blindfold. I feel like that's going to be more of a... I reckon that would be a... don't want to say monetization goal, but like a milestone. Like once I hit X amount of followers, X amount of subs, or X amount of whatever, that's when I'll go, you know what, I'll do a full blindfold stream. I have thought about doing a weighted stream. I have found a straitjacket. I'm gonna get out of the straitjacket before the cake burns. I have found weighted wristbands that you use for workouts, and they're 500 grams. They're fairly heavy, and I thought about having them on and then using no power appliances. Like I have to whip everything by hand. Anything you like, but with Vegemite and coconut rice. Vegemite and coconut rice. Okay. Oh, hi, Titch. Dairy-free milk, cream, and cheese making stream, drunk cooking. That was pretty much New Year's. That was New Year's. Although I wasn't that drunk, really. I wasn't that drunk. But, so Vegemite and coconut rice. Anything, but I have to use those. Okay. Together, or... because I can just do coconut rice and Vegemite. I'll look at some recipes. If you want to give me some inspiration or a little bit of help, by all means, send some links in the Discord under recipes. Together. Okay, I'll look into it. I'll definitely look into it because that's I do like Vegemite. Rice is pretty good too. You know what we should do? We should actually start getting some stuff prepped today because we need to let this sit and set for a bit. This is supposed to be for I think like a 6 or 7 inch cake. I'm dropping that down to 4 to 4.5 inches. So we're going to be making little Little petit fours. Little tiny ones. Camera on.
Activating binge camera.
So we've got little petit four cakes today. We're going to be using these. I would like to... Your Discord got hacked? I actually did not know that. I did not know that. So yeah, we're using these ones today. I'm gonna keep pushing them. I've got to get used to this this new camera. I mean, it's not really new, it's an old one, but still. No, you didn't. You didn't actually. Well, the fact that I was like, what? No, I don't think you told me Discord got hacked. I'm terribly sorry about that. Did you open the PDF that was Fuzzy Pickles again? That's a really old one. Meat spring forms, yes. We use these ones for the what was it? The pecan pie cheesecakes. The not cyber safe theater tech, yes, the not cyber safe. But that's the thing. Like sometimes it doesn't matter what you do online or anywhere. You'll get hacked. Like people are smart. People are too smart for their own damn good. So what was one of the things? So there's hackers out there. I know somebody who got this done to them. They'll just punch in random numbers for credit cards, and once they get a hit, bam, they'll start going through it. Like they don't even need to do the whole. Then there's the other ones where they've got an iPad with a scan, like a wireless scan thing, and they'll walk past people and scan their touch and go credit cards. And it's like, yep, got their details and stuff like that. Like, that's high tech, but the fact that they're just like, I'll just punch into numbers. Oh, I got a credit card, let's go. Some Swedish hacker got you. For what purpose? This is my thing, like, what purpose do you get out of hacking somebody's Discord? Like, for me, like, what do you get out of hacking my Discord? You get to spam my new emote to everybody? Like, everybody's doing that themselves. Like, you don't need to hack my account to do that. You can just go into my Discord and spam that. Anything else? I don't know why. I really don't know. I don't understand the gain from hacking a Discord. That's why I have a RFID safe wallet. That's why I have 2 cards on me. Because from what I gather, so we have a train pass called Mikey, and it uses the same property. So it's got a wireless chip in there, and you touch it on the thing. It's sort of like what they have over in Japan in a sense. Like you touch your card, opens the gates, and go through. And before I got my touch and go card, I used to be able to slam my wallet straight onto the RF thing, and it would let me through. But as soon as I got the touch and go, it got confused because there was 2 different signals going through there. So I've got 2 cards, one play card, one like major spending card, and then I'm hoping they sort of interfere with each other. And it's like, oh, wait a minute, there's 2 signals coming out of this wallet. I don't know, but still. Spam my new emotes, I feel attacked. It's the meta. It's the new meta on the Discord. I'm just happy that everybody's loving it. I'm happy that everybody likes it. Because I quite like it. No clue, but as soon as I get the person, trust me, they'll have the full extent of the law on their butt. Yes. Yes, because that's no good. It's no good. It's not fun. It's not right. You shouldn't be hacking people's things. People create, build, and earn things on their own fruition. Like, they do it blood, sweat, tears. And then for somebody to turn around and say, I want that. It's mine now. That's wrong. That's bad. So your Mikey fried your old payment card. What? How did it fry your old payment card? That's crazy. You have to tell me about that one. All right, so let me leave that there. Let me read out a list of what we need today. We got a things we need to do today, because there's a lot of sit and set in time, so we need to actually get into the swing of things. So we are going to need 1.5 tablespoons of gelatin powder, which converts to 4.5 teaspoons of gelatin powder, which converts to 9 leaves of gelatin. We're going to need 4 tablespoons of water, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be used for the gelatin, for the gelatin powder, so we won't really need to worry about that one. we're going to need chocolate sponge cake. I actually baked off a sponge this morning, so here's one I prepared earlier. Sponge cake. That's just going to be for the base, so it's nothing pretty. We're just going to cut into circles and then go from there. We're going to need a cup of heavy cream or thickened cream. We're going to need a dragon fruit quartered. So this is the reason why I was going to do this today as well. I have a bunch of frozen dragon fruit bits. I need to use these up because they're taking space up in my freezer. And what else am I going to use them for? Am I going to be a boo-boo basic white boy and just use them in smoothies? No, I'm going to make a cake out of them. It's going to be fun. Actually, I had my account hacked. I used I used a known password for my email. So did they just sort of guess? Wait a minute. So, okay. So I guess they would have hacked one of them, and then because you have a known password for your email, that's why. Okay. The signals messed up. Hang on. The signals messed with each other, and the Mikey won the battle. My chip card died entirely. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. I didn't actually realize that they sort of still admitted it. I thought it was just it was a throwaway account. Well, at least it was a throwaway account. That's good. Yeah, so we need a cup of heavy cream. Yeah, the dragon fruit. So 1 dragon fruit quartered. We're just going to use as much as we think a dragon fruit is. We need a half a cup of raspberries. We're going to need 6.5 tablespoons of granulated sugar divided. Don't know how we're going to divide this, but it'll tell us in the recipes. We're going to need a tablespoon of lemon juice. We're going to need 3/4 cup of milk, 1 egg yolk, and I'm tipping. Because then we've got 2.5 tablespoons of granulated sugar, then 1/3 of a cup. So this is the thing that confuses me the most. So we've got 2.5 tablespoons of granulated sugar again. So I don't know if that's the divided part from the other one. And then we've also got 3/4 tablespoon gelatin powder, which is 2.5 teaspoons and 4.5 leaves. So we do have to split them up. Hang on. My fractions are dumb. When I say my fractions are dumb, I'm dumb at fractions. Is 3/4 half of 1.5? Because that actually might make things a lot easier. Yeah, it is. It is, because I'm just looking at it here. 4.5 leaves to 9 leaves. It is. It is. Right. So everything below... So where's my pen? Okay. So this makes a lot of sense. So everything below the yolk... Will you please work for me? Everything below the yolk is what we're dividing 3 times. Again, I don't do fractions. I use a calculator at work for all my percentages and my decimal points and stuff. Count the force. Yeah, I know. Well, look, I've already figured it out because look, you just go by the leaves. you convert the tablespoons into teaspoons, the teaspoons into leaves, and then 4.5 is half of 9. So it is. What's the question? Why TC bad at math? Which was funny because I don't want to say I was like a prodigy back in the day, but it was probably about like grade 7 or something. I was fairly decent at math, and then they started teaching weird stuff and I just lost interest, like trigonometry and all that kind of crap. It's like mental math always kills people. It's fractions. Fractions killed me the most. Like when you I'll get quarters, halves, wholes, but when you start getting to like 8ths and 16ths, and then you've got 5ths as well, like please don't. I can deal with thirds. No more odd numbers. Please just use the metric system. I think fractions are universal as well. I don't think it's governed by anybody. Right, so yeah. Okay, so that's actually good to know because love maths, you weird. I used to like maths as well. Sucked at percentages. Percentages I'm coming around on. I'm coming around on percentages because I use a lot of percentages with baking. And it's also fun to work out, like, for sales as well. Like, you know, oh, this is 60% off. It's like, okay, let's have a quick think about this. But yeah, because I use a lot of percentages of work, because If I'm making something that's like, oh, this isn't working, I need to use a 3% yeast mix instead of a 1.5, or I need to make a 6%. That one's... I love maths, except math hacks. Especially math hacks, especially not except. Percentages are reversible. Yes. Yes. My thing is, I don't know the formula to reverse the to reverse the percentage off a total number. I'll know how to get the percentage itself, but then I'll just take like whatever that percentage is and then subtract it. Like, I'm sure there's an easier solution to just go punch, 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 or whatever, or work it out, and then it'll just give you the number instead of going, 50% is this. Then you take that off the original number, and then you get how much percentage off it is. I have a website memorized that I can do percentages for me. Ah, nice. If anything, what you do is... so what do I do at work? So it's pretty much... so for the calculator, you type in the number you want. Then it's point whatever percentage you need. And then it's times percent, I'm pretty sure. No. So whatever the total number is times point whatever your percent is, and then instead of putting equals, you push percent, and that'll give you the what percentage of the total number is, if that makes sense. Morning TC, how's it been? We're talking math, boy. We're talking math. So you best, just if you don't like math, then yeah. But it's going quite well. We're going quite well. We're just having a bit of a what you do is www.percentageworkout. All right, so in a small bowl, combine the gelatin and the water, set aside, let bloom. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to take 2 bowls and we're going to soak each sheet. Next we're moving to calculus. Funny you say stuff like that, MT, because I was actually thinking, remember when I did that community challenge for the ASMR stream? I was actually considering on doing like a little small thing of ASMR where I work through a maths book, but sort of not something. I don't want to say role play because it sounds a little bit weird, but role play as if like I'm an uncle helping you with your math problems. And I thought, oh, is there a market for that? Is there a market for a father figure teaching maths? It's like, could be a good market for that. But still, is that cactus? Yes, we were just talking about this. Got a new cactus apron from Mama TC, and it was very fitting because of the conversation we had last night. Cactulus. So did you stream last night? Yes, I did see also that you streamed. I was a little bit tired, so I went to bed early. So how was definitely not fried chicken? How was that game? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. I don't need to open the other packet. But we need a half as well, so I'm going to cut this in half. It was wonderful. Nice. So what's the... I think I might have asked this before, but I'll ask again. What is the gameplay like? Because it's obvious... So the idea is you're selling drugs, but under the cover of a fried chicken store. But what's the gameplay like? So how does... Tell me how that all that works, all that fun stuff. So with the gelatin leaves, so with the gelatin powder, you would use the water to sort of. Here comes the boy. Hello, boy. Welcome. Here he comes. There he is. Here comes the boy. How are we doing today, Ember? Hope we're doing well. Gotta let these soak. I'm pretty sure it's cold water. I'll double check, but I'm sure it's cold water. Well, dang, I'm bad at math. Guess it's time to go. Yep. Leave now. Leave now before adding to cold. No. Soaking cold water. And to hot. Soaking cold water. Yep. Just cold water. Cold water all around. It was wonderful. Yeah, we're selling drugs. We're selling dogs. We're selling dogs. We're selling the dogs. The old dick dogs. We're selling the dick dogs. You're home? Nice! How was your day today? Today was your last day of school. Am I right to assume? Completely submerge the gelatin sheets. There we go. So we've got one for one set and one for the other set. Easy. Easy peasy. Doing good. It's your Friday? Nice. So you're on the weekend. Yes, yeah, Jason got a new Discord picture because it is the meta on my channel to spam the new emote, and I love it. It was good fun to grow drugs and sell them. So yeah, so what kind of gameplay is it? Like, what would you compare the game to? So is it like trying to think of one. Don't want to say like Stardew or Harvest Moon, or is it like trying to think if what games out there that you just sort of sell items, like you buy items from somewhere, you sell items. I can't think if there's anything, but still, yeah, it's my Friday too. Yes, and I hate saying this, but I can't wait to get out of this hellhole. I hit 900 hours today. Nice. Frodo still has school tomorrow. Ah, boo, boo. School no fun. School's no fun. But it's good to hear that you're home and you're all done for the day. So, yeah, in a small bowl, we're combining the gelatin and that, and we're going to it says let it bloom, but what we're doing is we're just going to let it soak. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our previously baked off sponge sheet. We're going to cut some circles out of it. This is the choc sponge I made this morning. And it looks like I'm going to have enough to make 4 today. So I'm going to do Love Dart Day tomorrow? No, I don't think I'll be doing Love Dart Day tomorrow because I have the niece's birthday party for one, and I'm just not a big fan of the what do you call it? Damn it, it's on to my tongue. The classic pogo days. I just think they're dumb. That's just my personal opinion, though. So, okay, we get it. There's new players that have joined in now who didn't get to do the community day and get those things. But you have Christmas, or you could have just like a mini community day where all of them are available again. Like, you know, we have a classics day. All the Pokemon are available, and during that day you can get the legacy moves. But then, in saying that, I have that many elite charge TMs. It's not funny. And then I've got like 4, 6 of each. I know it's not that much, and there's people who's like, bruh, you got 4 and 6 of each? Jeez, I have 20. It's like, I don't have that much bag space, okay? Settle down. I play daily, but I'm not as daily as I used to be. So I don't go, I don't sit there and go, you know what? I'm going to go for a walk up the street, catch some Pokemon. I'm going to do some Pokemon today. You know what tomorrow is? I do have 20 of each. Yeah, that's good. Like, that way you don't have to worry about the classic days. And so that whenever I'm doing
Eternal Ember has requested you hydrate.
Stop talking Pokemon and cut the cake! Cheers, Ember. At least this one is meta-relative. For which cup, though? Because I'm pretty sure I've got a... I'm pretty sure I've got one that's 1500 ready. But in saying that, I've also got 100% that's already ready. So I have heaps of normal, but very few elites. Yeah, I got heaps of normals as well. It's like, do I really need these? Because every time I look up, what's good for the next meta or what's the best move to have on it, it's a legacy move. So I'm gonna have to use an elite TM. Can't really think of any game that comes close to it. I might have to look at it. It's on Steam, right? I have a look at it on Steam. There's another game I saw this morning called I think it's Kart Racer Drift, and it's sort of semi Mario Kart, but it's free. I was thinking about picking that up and giving that a try. Smackdown T-Tars is always useful. It is. It really is. But again, I've got heaps. I've got so many. I think I've got... Yeah, I've got about 6. I've got 6 T-Tars that I can use for this, that, and the other. So I don't really need any more. And again, I've got a birthday party to go to. So, unfortunately, I will not be attending the Pogo Day tomorrow. So, yes. Free, my favorite price, yes. Because I saw like it was on. Because I was setting everything up for today on Twitch, and you know what I'll do quick. Let's go that so I can take that off. Thank you. Yeah, setting up some things for Twitch this morning, as I usually do. Probably should have done this first, but we'll get there. Yep. And on like so. Too easy. Okay, so I'm going back to growing weed and selling them at my laundromat. Don't get caught. Don't get caught, that's all I got to say. But, this is a nice little cut around the corners here. Because, should be able to, yep. Now, I'm also, ooh, not sure if we can see this, but I'm thinking we actually halve these as well. Game says battle pass. Battle pass. I'm also going to cut enough for 4. Go! Call the popo! You show drugs! But, raid passes, battle pass, yeah. So the green ones, they call battle passes because you can use them for the Go League to get. Pretty much, it's just so you can get an encounter earlier. So all you need to do is win one battle. One battle, you get an encounter. Easy peasy. But if you use a free one, or if you just don't use one at all, then you have to win 3 battles. So it's a little harder to get the encounter. Which I used to do a fair bit. Whoop. I used to do a fair bit for the free one because I didn't have many people who were readily available to do the legendary raids at the time. So I would just win 3 battles and hope that for the best I get the legendary encounter through the battle. And that's actually how I got a few of the Kalos legendaries. So lucky me. Changing the lights, changing all the light colors. Yeah, we're gonna halve these. So I'm gonna keep these aside because we could actually make some rumballs out of this as well. As if I have enough ingredients. Or cake pops, should I say? Cake pops. Alright, so let's cut these in half. Just so, because, like I said, because we're doing small ones today, we want to have as much room in the tin to have the cake itself. So, that's just me. That's just my little nitpick. But, so, I got attacked by the major owners of the large chicken freight. Damn. I really have to check this out. See what it's all about. Okay, so that is number 1. That's a knife. That is a knife. It is my most favorite cake cutting knife I have. It's big. I didn't do my anime then. I want to get a really nice sheath for this, so I can do the whole. So I have it on my thing here, and it's like, oh, what you do? Whoa, without having the risk of cutting through the cardboard and cutting my hand in the process. Sit there and hold my knife and then pull it away and there's blood everywhere. Oh. Do you have rum for the rum balls? Although I'm not drinking at the moment, you assume so very little of me. Of course I do. I got Malibu, baby. Make coconut rum balls. Gonna be good. But traditional rum balls use also hi droid. I'm not sure if I actually said hello or not, but hello droid. How are we doing today? Hope we're doing well. The other thing I'm going to do as well is I'm going to get some paper ready as well, because I want to do a little wrap on the inside to make sure that they don't stick, so it peels away easier from the side of the tin. Hi Emma, how we doing? Yeah, the blood would make it even cooler. Yeah, like damn, he's got bikes. This guy's hardcore. Sit there and just like, get my war paint on. Oh man, I didn't even need to cut these ones. I just need to cut one and then cut it in half. But I don't understand how that works. I don't do many raids. Yeah, so the green raid passes are the paid ones. So you pay for them and you can do raids. But you can use them in the battle league to get better items faster through battles. But you can't use your free one for that matter. So that's why they turn into a battle pass. Usually does that on raid days, but I went over with him on that day. Yeah. But yes. I hope we're doing well today, Mark. I'm eating both a McFlurry and drinking a milkshake. Oh, so. Just tip one into the other. He's playing with a knife. Who do you think taught me my who do you think taught me my knife skills? Nah, it's actually a bit of a lie. Mama Tessie didn't show me my knife skills. I learned them myself. I learned how to be an idiot myself. I didn't need Mama's help. But I generally don't keep rum, whiskey, and gin. Hang on, I don't keep rum, whiskey, and gin always on hands. Rum not so much. Yeah, rum's got a weird aftertaste. But Malibu, I have at the moment because we were making some cocktails a while ago, and yeah, like I've got it. Might as well use it for something. But yes, why is the rum gone? Yes. Yeah, Mama TC does some really good work with the aprons. Really good work. Okay, so let that sit for now. So. What's next up? So we've done that. It's gonna whip the cream. Yeah, whip the cream for 7 minutes until it reaches stiffness. Okay. So it was 1 cup of cream. Let's have a look. That is the 6th of Feb. Are you serious? Wow, that's crazy. That means that cream was sitting on the shelf for a while. So I bought a new thing of cream yesterday, just to make sure they got enough cream. Just to make sure. And they both go out the same day. I bought these a week apart. That's crazy. That's really weird. I pulled my cups out today for this very reason. For this very reason. Cup of cream. Hopefully it's going to be enough. So just whip the cream. Boop. Should be right. Should be right. Yeah, because somebody keeps drinking it. It's me. For some reason, one of the guards for my weed farm has been swinging a knife ever since the last attack. I think he's hit the head. Hang on. I think he hit his head bad during the last attack fight. I would see that as a good intimidation strat, I would say. Like, if you've got one of your guards that's sitting there, it's just like, oh, I'm ready for a fight. I'm ready for a fight. It's going to be really intimidating for the people coming in. It's like, whoa, this guy's crazy. So it has to be this way. Oh, let's use one that I don't have a thing in. Let's go with that. Not good when he's slicing the air in front of him in the bathroom when he's... I mean, that is true. That is true. So... hopefully this works. Get that glide going. See how this works. Yeah, we could go with that. We could work with that. Yeah, we could probably work with that. It's trying to stop it from happening again. Exactly. He's just getting ready. It's getting prepped. You got a proactive guard on your hands there. Put that one aside. Why? Just let me cut, please. Now we just need that glide. There we go. There's the glide. There's the glide. Probably just halve this one too. Just come on. Glide for me. Nice. Yeah, prevention is better than a cure. That is true. That is 100% true. I hate paper rolls. Why can't I get them in a sheet from a place at the same price? Oh, yo, well, nah, that's for bases. I was gonna say, wait a minute, I might have something already ready to go, but I do not. So here's gonna be my pro strat here. So we get this sit in and ready to go, like so, like so. Or better yet, hang on. Do that, so it's spread open as far as it can be. Then we'll push the paper down the sides, like this. I got a plan. If you wet the paper, then scrunch it, you can mold it to the tin. That does sound like a good idea. Sounds like a smart idea. But I am not a smart man. I'm a very stubborn man. I want to get this to work. Honestly, we're probably gonna go Mama TC's way, I think. So if I... because my thought too is if I can get it... what if... ooh, hang on, what if I were to do something like this, right? So we mold it to the side of the thing with hands. With hands. Didn't think that this was going to be the hardest part of the day. Doesn't matter if it overhangs a little bit. No, it probably shouldn't matter if it overhangs at all. Now, what if we would just do something like, if it wants to play, something like this, something like this. Then you just plop the. I think we're gonna do Mama TC's way. So what we do, we just wet the paper and scrunch it. Wet the paper and scrunch. Might have to give it really good squeeze. By the time we're dealing with stupid paper that doesn't hold shape. Yep. It's Mama TC for you. Now, is it going to do what I want, though? put it in. So that's why I thought you'd want it. Well, I mean, maybe. Guess I'm still doing this wrong. Okay. Then we do. We go right on the box. RM with a sharp right now with the Sharpie. Just every time I see Bomber TC, yes. I've heard that, but never remember when it comes across, so I struggle. Yep. So pretty much what I'm doing now. But my problem now is that it is very wet. So that's nearly ready to go. My thing is it's wet and it's not really whole. Like it's going to the shape, and we're not actually baking this today too. So. So let me. So our whipped cream's ready to go because it's stiff peak. Yeah, it's pretty stiff peak to me. I might have been mucking around with this for too long for nothing because, again, we're not baking these today. We're going to put them in the fridge to set. The only reason why I'm putting the paper on them is just so it doesn't stick too much to the side of the tin. But it might not be a problem. Might not be a problem. If it sets, then we could probably just warm the side of it and sort of get it to semi-melt and then take it away from there. Because, yeah, I just don't like the fact that this is just all floppy and wobbly. And then when I do put the stuff in there and we get the cake base in, it's just going to do that. Just flop and flobble. I could also grease the side of the tins, just give them a quick spray with some spray oil. Because that's why I wanted to keep it dry. That way it doesn't sort of crumple on me. And I get a nice clean edge. So, I mean, yeah, that's just my thought process. We could get away with could definitely get away with not using the paper. What do we think? We reckon we just kick and rip it and hope for the best, or we reckon we go still use our things with the paper. So the other thing with the paper too, I was wanting to try and get it as high as possible on the tin. So I didn't want to make them too shallow and make them nice little flat cakes. I want to make them nice fatties. Big old fatties. I was going to fill them right to the top. If I had the paper, then I could fill it higher than the top and still have it catch on the paper. Sort of, maybe, hopefully. So, yeah. Honestly, I'm thinking we scrap this idea. Scrap this idea, go back to what we were going to do, and just sort of hope for the best. That should work. Should, hopefully. Hopefully. Watch as I do this and it doesn't work, and then I get very upset because it did work. Did I lose a paper? I thought I cut 4. Oh, it's over here. Why is it over here? That's weird. Alright. Enough of my ramblings, enough of my... Oh, look at that. Itchy back for a reason. It's weird. Alright, I think we just kick it and rip it because it's a very good idea. Thanks, Mark. Works absolutely amazing. But I don't think it's going to work for what I need it to. Don't think it's going to work. Never keep that in mind if we're doing baking a cake, though, and we want to wrap the sides. Another alternative too is, I don't know where to buy it, but you can buy stiff, rigid sellotape or cellophane. Well, not cellophane, but it's like plastic. It's a really thin, rigid style plastic that rolls like what we're doing there. So it will roll, but still hold shape and not fall down. I used to use that a lot while I was doing my apprenticeship, because my other thought today was if these weren't going to be tall enough, I was just going to buy more of my true and tried fabled PVC pipe and then cut them to the height. Because that's what we used to do for some of our little random pet flowers. We'd get a length of PVC, cut it into small rings, And then we do that. We put a piece of cake down the bottom. Then we pour like the cheesecake mix onto that, let it sit and set, then pour more cheesecake onto that, let that sit and set. And then you get a nice, perfect, round, almost uniform level cake every time. And again, you don't have to spend, you know, $6 or $11 on a tin. You spend $4 on a length of pipe, and you've got like 12 of them. So that's just some little life hacks for your baking. You don't need to spend big money on springform tins if you can get that plastic line, and it's just the length of PVC. And it varies from sizes too, so you can have tiny little ones to like big fat ones. Like, obviously you're not going to get like a 6-7 inch PVC pipe. If you do get a 6-7 inch pipe, or diameter pipe, my question is, where do you work? Where do you have access to these huge monstrosities of pipe, lengths of pipe? Baffles me. All right, so we're going to get the blender. We're going to make some noise. So we are going to blend 3/4 of the dragon fruit, the raspberries, 4 tablespoons of sugar, and the lemon juice. And we're going to blend until well combined. So that's actually. So I think the other quarters of the dragon fruit are going to be. The other quarters of the dragon fruit will probably be for like decoration, I think. But we need the blender. We need the blender. I'm going to use the big attachment. So let me pull that. Sit that there. I'll actually sit this in the fridge for now. Just because we don't need it now, and there's no point in letting it sit out here into elements. Where can I sit you for now? I'll sit you there. That should be fine. And we're going to need some raspberries. Get some raspberries ready to go. Need the big attachment, which is here. Need the big one. You just need to know the right guys for the large lengths of PVC pipe. Yes. It's not what you know these days, it's who you know. Well, that's definitely the case. Alright. Big blender attachments. So I'll take the lid off that so we can start putting things in. Make sure that that's not fouling. Also, we'll get so you can see that, and you can see the chat in the corner there as well. Look, guys, you're on TV. Right, so our dragon fruit should be nice and thawed out now. Probably could have used it frozen, but I'd prefer to use it thawed. It's a bit more fresh that way, or it'll make it feel fresh. And yes, I know I could have just bought some dragon fruit and done that, but I got to use this. All right, so what is our thoughts? I might actually strain this as well. There's a lot of it's juice. It's got the juice. So what do I want to put this in? Might sit over this one. Okay, how many dragon fruit do we reckon's in this? Serving size says it's 4. We've got 4. Dragon fruit is tasty fresh too. I've not found a pink one over here though, only white. You just got to go to the right produce place, because there's one half an hour. There's actually one. There's a fruit store in the shopping center near where you live, Talos, that sell white ones. And then there's one that's 10-15 minute drive from me that sell pink ones. So you just got to check the sticker, because sometimes they'll switch the stickers around. So yeah, just a little bit more of a drive around. Right. So how much dragon fruit do you reckon's in here? I reckon there's 2. I honestly think that there's 2. So if we sort of split this in half, say that's 1 dragon fruit there, and we need to blitz up 3/4 of it. So I reckon we blitz that up. What? Maybe a little bit more. I'd say that's enough. I reckon that's enough there. And because I've already got that out draining, I'll put that aside. I reckon that's enough. Then we're going to need the raspberries. The raspberries was half a cup, wasn't it? Half a cup? Half a cup. Bought 3 punnets just in case. Should have worked out how much this was in grams as well, because again, like, can't really smush a raspberry into a crud. I dropped one. You can't really smush a raspberry into a cup now, can you? It's like, oh, you did about enough. But yeah, well, it's a heaped one now. Where'd that raspberry go? Down here. Oh, yeah. Okay, that goes to the bin. Close, it fell on the floor. And now I've got 2 punnets for myself. Yippee! Love raspberries. Alright. Raspberries. 4 tablespoons of sugar. I actually almost thought that I didn't need any sugar for this recipe. But, oh, I don't remember there being any sugar in this. This is going to be a really good recipe. Nah, sure enough, there's sugar. So 4 tablespoons. We'll double check. Double check. 4 tablespoons of the sugar. 1 tablespoon. 2 tablespoons. 3 tablespoons. 4 tablespoons. Almost bought a huge punnet at Costco. Yeah, Costco have those ridiculously oversized punnets and servings of everything. They are definitely a buy in bulk style store. Not that I hate it. I hate the fact that you have to buy a membership to get in there. It's like, oh, you want to see our wares? You want to see our products? Well, you have to sign up for this super exclusive club. No, I don't want to. I just want to see what you got, and then I'll decide whether or not I want to join. I think it's crazy that they sell coffins. And then lemon juice was a tablespoon of lemon juice. Yeah, I just find it really baffling that they use they sell coffins. Like, why do you sell coffins? I can understand maybe tires and you know, hardware stuff, but coffins? Do you sell funeral plans as well? Like tablespoon of lemon juice? So what we're doing here is we are going to blitz this up and then we're going to throw it onto the stove and we're going to let that just boil. And then once it just boils, then we're going to add in first lot of our what's it called? Gelatin. All right, so we're going to make some noise. I'm also going to get my saucepan ready. I'm going to use the medium one. That's good. What the things. I love when I use the blender on stuff that actually purees into the consistency I want. This is now nice and smooth. That is perfect. Why can't anything else I puree do this? Everything else just stays chunky and there's like one little lump. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? There's that one chunk that just sort of just flops around. It's like, no, chop it up. You have more power in you than I would ever on chopping this stuff to a fine paste. And yet you got one little chunk that you can't break up. You suck. But redemption is today. We get redemption today. So, we're going to make sure. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good to me. So, now we're going to transfer into a small saucepan. We're going to transfer it to this one. Probably could have done a small one again, but it's pretty good. Titch. Stove camera on.
Activating stove camera.
So we are going to go to the stove. Yep, so we're going to take it to the stove. Plop it on the stove. Fire up the stove. Drop it down too because I'm using the big burner. And then we're going to cook until just before boiling, and then remove from the heat and stir in the gelatin. So it's stir in the first half of the gelatin. Yeah, half the gelatin. Yeah. Easy. So I think that's going to be it for our processor. So you can go back from whence you came. I'll put that thing back where it came from. Also help me. Yeah. I gotta restick. The fascia buttons and sticker has fallen off. So oh, this is another thing I need to do too. I need to probably should have used. This probably works better here. So I'll need that for a second. I can hear it bubbling away. I'm gonna. Is that gonna be? Ooh. You know what I might do actually? Let's move this. I want that one there. I want that one. I want that one. So what I might do is maybe try transfer these chunks back into the packet. Come on. Come on. It's just, there we go. There we go. Perfect. You can sit there. Put these in the fridge. You know, yeah, you go in the fridge now. I'm going to move that up there, that over there. Done. Then I'm going to drop this juice. Don't really need that juice. That would actually work really well. It's like cochineal. I wonder if that's what cochineal is made of, or like really, excuse me, really deep. Was it really deep red food coloring? I wonder if that's what it's made from. Just dragonfruit. Alright, so yeah, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to want this to cool down after we're done. So I'm going to get a bath of cold water. Probably throw some ice in there to make it cooler as well, but I don't have that much ice. But once this is up and ready to put in the gelatin, what I might actually do too is I might add the gelatin to the mix while it's heating at a certain point. So when it starts to semi-simmer and boil, I'll add the gelatin just so it melts in better. So we're actually going to be using both methods of gelatin addition. That's what I'm looking for. So when you add gelatin sheets into hot stuff, you add it during the cooking process, so it melts in there evenly and smoothly. But when you add it into cold stuff, you need to heat it up first so it becomes a liquid, so it mixes in smoothly. So we're doing both methods today. We'll be sitting one, I think we put one in the microwave. I think we'll put one in the microwave and heat it up, because I've got that small thing here, so I'll just squish it into here. Microwave, let it melt, and then we'll scoop it in to what we need to. And then yeah, this one here, we'll just put it straight in and let it go. Never used gelatin. Gelatin is fun. Gelatin makes some really nice things. Cheesecake. Well, obviously what we're making today as well, Bavarian. And you know, honestly, we probably could have even skipped. What am I doing? I've got to turn it this way because I've got a freaking camera in my way. Yeah, we probably could have skipped this process here because we could have just done this method of heat it up, and a worker died. Oh no. Was it an accident, or was it somebody nefarious? Alright, so it's going to be our gelatin sheets all soft and ready to go. So now they're all squishy and mushy. Squeeze all the excess water out of it. Accident. Right. Was it that guard? Yeah. Was it the guard? And now I'm going to add it in. Hopefully this works. Hey, that's working pretty good. It's I don't feel any lumpies anymore. Hey, it's actually working pretty good. So I'll let that semi come back up to the boil, and so we're gonna do it just before it boils. We can. Oh, we're not actually see what's going on here. There we go. Now we can see what's going on. Yeah. It was one of my growers just found him bright green on the bathroom floor, sampling the products. All right, so I'm going to say that is done. So that is done. We're going to pour this right into here. Actually, I'm going to... God, wash his hand. Yeah, wash his hands, and yes. Remove the heat. Pour about a cup of the mixture into a separate bowl. Okay, so now we need to take a cup out of this, because this is going to be used for like the top part. So it's going to have like two parts. It's going to have like a gelatin top, and it's going to have a like the base, which is going to be the cream, the Bavarian cream. So hopefully I can get this without it being a mess. Really? That's a lot. Might actually... So this is about a cup. Or about a cup, leaving the rest in the saucepan to add... Pour about... Oh, right, so I've got to keep it in the saucepan. Okay. So you know what I will do? I'll do that. I'm going to put the rest back in the saucepan. Let's double check this. See, this is what baffling me. So, pour... So yeah, into the heat, cook just till before boiling. Remove from the heat, stir in half the gelatin. Pour about a cup of the mixture into a separate bowl, leaving the rest in the saucepan. To the bowl, add the remaining gelatin, stir till combined. Allow to cool. Ah, right. I think I remember now. So, hang on. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. So this is the stuff. So this is the stuff that we use for the base. Wait, hang on. No, I'm back and forward in this. So this is the stuff for the top. So we'll put a little bit more back in here. That goes into here. Put that back over the heat, and we add the rest of the gelatin. That's how we do it. Yeah, leaving the rest of the saucepan. Add to... Wait. No. Yeah. To the bowl, add the remaining gelatin. Stir to combine. Wait. Oh, I'm getting confused here. So this is the one we want. Allow to cool. Right, okay. No. So I'm going to add the gelatin to this mix here. No. Yeah, to the bowl. So in the bowl, my brain is about to just disintegrate right now. I don't think this is worded correctly. I really don't think this is worded correctly. So, to just boiling, remove from the heat, stir in half the gelatin, which we've done. Pour about a cup of the mixture into a separate bowl, which we did, which was about this one here. Leaving the rest in the saucepan. To the bowl, add the remaining gelatin and stir to combine. Allow the mixture to cool, then add the eggs. Add the milk, egg yolk, remaining sugar. Whisk until thickened. Fold in the cream, pour the mixture into the cake molds, and then we place it into the thing. Right, so the one in the bowl. Right, okay. Right, I get it now. So, yeah, so this is the stuff that we're putting into the cake. This is the stuff that stays on the saucepan. So we're going to add a little bit more to that. Then that stays on the saucepan, stays on the heat. Now we're going to melt this gelatin. Let me just scoop a bunch of this stuff as well. I actually need a bigger bowl too, though. So I guess the thing that confuses me as well is like we could probably just put this back onto the burner and melt it. You thought math was hard. Thought math was hard. Yeah, so we're going to add the gelatin to this mix here, and then we're going to let that sit and cool. So you know what I will do? I actually will do that method I was going to say. So we'll grab another saucepan, make some more mess. Because it'll also give me a chance to wash this too. Then that goes back onto this burner here. And then we're going to add the gelatin to that mix there. And then that goes into the bowl, into here. Might actually use, I know I just dirtied that bowl, but I actually might use the bigger bowl because we're going to fold some stuff into it, so. You were messy for a reason. Math, oh. Why did I think I heard you say grab another sauce to make more meth? Because you're playing a drug game. Jason, you're playing a drug game, that's why. You got drugs on the mind. Make sure there's no more gelatin in there. The main thing, so look, the main thing is we've got the right amount of gelatin this time. So at least I can use the spoon again. At least we have the right amount of gelatin. And mix that in there until it smoothens. It's actually a lot better. I don't like using the microwave method because I lose gelatin on the bowl. Whereas if I do it over the heat, I know it's been smoothed in like easy. So this is actually probably for the best. So this stuff here is for later, so yeah, that stuff up there. There we go. So this stuff up here will be used for later, and this stuff here will be using for the base. Okay, so I think that's done now. So now we put this, just double check to make sure. I think it's been melted in properly. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Now that goes in there. The last thing we want is uneven mixing. Don't want to mix the gelatin in wrong. We're going to let that sit and cool now. So that goes into there. So that doesn't do anything silly on me. That can close, that can get put aside for now. Alright, so now, what's the next step? Then we're going to add the milk, the egg yolk, and the remaining sugar. So the remaining sugar... So, alright, so we've got told to put 4 tablespoons of sugar in. So, yeah, okay. Right, so now that I've sat down and actually read this recipe and got the stupid out of my head, everything below the egg yolk is what we've separated, already separated. See, now, a good way of writing these recipes would be, when you say separated, tell us how you want it separated first. So, for the gelatin, so you need 1.5 tablespoons of gelatin, say half. Half the gelatin, put 2 halves aside. Okay, instead of putting another load of gelatin down there, because I was ready to do a second load of gelatin. So, the first mix that we did, so put the gelatin in, that would have been 1.5 tablespoons. And then we put another 3/4 in. Same with the sugar, like it says divided, but how are we dividing it? So we put 4 tablespoons in, we still need another 2.5 tablespoons to finish that off. So, yeah. It says heavy cream and then milk. Yeah, so we've... Oh yeah, whipped cream at the bottom. Yeah. So we've got extra whipped cream because we can whip some cream up and use that for decoration at the end. Yes. It's okay. It's all coming together. My plan is working. My plan is working. So, and what I might do as well, just to make sure, I'm going to take 1 each of these. I want to spray 1 each of these, just to be sure. To be sure. I'll leave the other ones in there just to show that you can maybe do it without spraying them, but I'm going to spray them just in case. If we can't get the paper on there, then we'll get the, yeah. Yeah, my brain's doing a fart right now. Just bonk it and set it back into gear. Hopefully. There we go. There we go. So these ones here have been sprayed, these ones there haven't. Okay. Ah, man. So how's everybody's day going? How's everybody's week, I say? I know there was a few exciting things for some people, getting the game that they've been waiting for a while. Might actually sit and whisper this for a bit, just to help get the heat out. Yeah, just sit there. What the hell? I come back to the States and one of the biggest legends of rock's passed away. Okay. I'm very bad when it comes to news in general. What? Who passed away? Who passed away? You need to tell me. You can't just say, oh, one of the biggest rock legends. Come on. Who passed away? Who was it? David Crosby. David Crosby. What did he do? From Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Honestly, I'm not sure who that is. Call me uncultured, call me whatever, but yeah, not actually sure who that is. Obviously, they were a big deal in the rock and roll scene, but yeah, for me, it's like, is that who? Is that what? Hopefully, I have enough of these. The song. Oh, Our House. Oh, okay. Oh, jeez. Okay, I know that song. I just didn't know who sung it. Yeah. Wish I had a camera so you guys could see what I'm doing. This looks like I'm whisking the sink. Oh wait a minute, I do. I was gonna say I wish I had a camera. I wish I had a camera that I could carefully pour these out. So I don't want to accidentally pour it into our mix and lose its thing. I do have a camera. There we go. So you can see what I'm doing in the sink. Yeah, you can see what I'm doing in the sink. Keep forgetting I've got cameras everywhere now. I actually lost a camera. Well, when I say lost it, what are you doing in your sink? Just whisking the sink. This is how you get the bubbles. This is how you get the bubbles in your sink. You fill it with water and then you whisk it. I don't know why other people use these chemicals and add the detergents in there. No. Natural way of getting the bubbles, whisk. If you whisk water long enough, it actually turns into soft peaks. Water doesn't actually go stiff peaks, you see. Huge theatre news. Ooh. Big theatre news. What's happened? What happened? Dish. Okay, I'm gonna actually say that's cold enough. Yeah, that's cold enough. I don't want it to go too cold and actually start setting on me, so let's get on to this. So, what we need to do, we need to add the milk, the yolk, and the remaining sugar, so 2.5 tablespoons. Milk. We need the egg yolk, so we'll go divide one of them right now. The Wiggles are getting their own musical. Wait, I thought the Wiggles were just a musical group. How do you make the Wiggles a musical? That's weird. Okay. Keep the egg yolk aside. Oh, how they started, right. What? The Wiggles are a sex symbol. What the hell are you on about? Jason, you're crazy. Alright, so we set that there so we can see what's going on here. Alright, so 2.5 tablespoons of sugar. And it was just the milk, yolks, and sugar. Alright, so where did I put my tablespoons? 2.5. I don't have a half, so I'm just gonna guess how they started. Okay, that's... Jason has a Wiggles fetish, yeah. Jason had a crush on Jeff. Look at that silly boy. Why can't he wake up? That actually is really weird. I'm gonna... Yeah, 3/4. 3/4 cup of milk. That's actually really weird. Because we all know Murray's the best. you know, fruit salad, just get me. Yep. Fruit salad, yummy, yummy. Okay, 3/4. It's 1, 2, 3. 3/4 milk. Jeff, okay, I understand that. So then 2 tablespoons, 2.5 tablespoons. So 1, 2, about half. And then the egg yolk. Then we whisk that together. Egg yolk. Whisk that together until combine. So Emma was the best. She added that extra something. I liked the fact, so there was another yellow wiggle before Emma. Can't remember what his name was. I can't remember what so whoever the yellow wiggle was. I actually don't remember. I know Anthony is the blue wiggle, and he stayed the blue wiggle forever. Jeff was the... Wait, was Jeff one of the wiggles? Murray was the red. Jeff was the purple. Greg, that's it. Yeah, so Greg was the yellow wheel. Then somebody else was the purple. Are you just yelling out names or colors now, Goff? Jeff was purple. Anthony. It was delayed. Anthony was blue. Jeff was purple. Murray was red, and Greg was yellow. Then somebody else became the yellow wiggle, and I love to hear the I like the story that the guy who was the yellow wiggle before Emma and after Greg, him and the actress who was playing Dorothy the dinosaur, so the girl that was in the Dorothy the dinosaur costume, they got married. I like to hear that one. Dorothy is green, yes. Then you got Henry the octopus. Right, so now we're going to fold in the cream. Yeah, whisk until thickened. Oh, we need to whisk until thickened. Okay, so... Oh yeah, that's thickened. That's thickened. That's definitely thickened. So now we fold in the cream. Fold into the cream. Yep. Okay, so now... Cream goes in. Now, I saw a video about this and they just sort of slowly whisked it in, but the method of folding is what I'm doing here. So you want to scoop from the bottom, bring to the top, scoop, bring to the top. That's folding. And the idea of folding is you want to mix and incorporate the aerated mixture into the liquid mixture while retaining as much air as possible. The problem I always have when it comes to folding is, as you can see, there's still lots of lumps of cream still here, and I always have a problem with trying to get that smooth, which obviously the best way to get it smooth is you sort of semi-whisk it. But yeah, you want to make sure that you're... Heavy cream lumps, yes. So yeah, one way of getting rid of this is just by sort of... What we could do is... I mean, that's another way. I've always been taught with a spoon, so you always fold it with a spoon, but hey, you could always... So that's smoothing that really nice. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to... I'll pour this into a Pyrex cup, so we just get a better pour. I think that's pretty smooth. I think that's pretty good. Hang on. And trust me, she deserved a lot of money for that costume. Alone was really heavy. Oh, I have no doubt in my mind that that was going to be a very heavy costume. Do you ever get tired of baking? No. Never. Baking's fun. So, yeah. Might have been a little bit of a silly move here, but we'll do it anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our greased ones. That's actually thickening up real quick. It's thickening up real quick at the moment. Yeah, so I'm going to take my greased ones. We're going to fill these. I'm going to stick these in the freezer. Right? So here's the plan. These ones are going in the freezer, and we're going to try to set these as fast as possible. Then I'm going to put the rest into maybe one other one, and then I'm going to put that in the fridge, and that one's going to sit and set in there properly for the right amount of time. Yes, this is thickened up real big, like real bad. This is really good. I'm actually quite happy with that. So let me grab my... This is probably going to be very detrimental for what I'm doing here, but I want to try and make it smooth on top. We see what we're doing? Yes. Sort of. Let's move. Yeah, so I'm going to try smooth this on top. Okay. So these two are going into the freezer. Grab a tray so I can transport them easier. I know it's a dirty tray, but it's a tray nonetheless. That was actually... Ooh. And that goes down there. Whoop. Can I scoot you to this? No. It's that puff pastry. You know what? I'm not even going to use the tray. They should be fine. Plop them in. Done. Perfect. That goes there. And let's go fill the other ones real quick. We'll try to. I know some people who turn their hobby into a career and get tired of doing it sometimes. It's good to know you still love it. So for me, it's the opposite. So I went into baking as a career, then somewhat did it more so as a hobby on the side. And when I say I do it on a hobby on the side, so the reason why I'm doing the streaming per se aspect of it is because I've mentioned a couple of times, so I keep mentioning it to make sure everybody knows, but I started doing this so I could keep my skills honed, because I went from working in a small town bakery where I would do a lot of stuff by hand, a lot of stuff from scratch, to a big conglomerate supermarket company where they got a lot of stuff pre-mixed and stuff comes in frozen. So I wanted to try and keep my skills honed and make sure that I wasn't becoming complacent. So that's why I thought, you know, it would be really fun. It's doing a stream. Not only that, the world was shutting down, and you know, I wasn't able to catch up with friends as much as I was able to, and all that stuff. So yeah, it was a good thing to just get back into baking on the side. So we've got one little one left over, which is all fine. So yeah, that's going to be the top. What I was actually going to do today as well, which looks like it's not going to it's not going to become a thing, was I was actually going to take a little bit of the cake mix that we just made and put them into some ice molds I've got, which were round. And I was going to make a little Kirby themed cake. I was going to make one a little bit Kirby themed, like have one of these. So I've got this ice mold here, right? It's like, Titch, zoom in.
Zooming in.
So the idea for this is it turns into, so you put this on here and it makes ice balls. So I was thinking about pouring a little bit of mixture into here. Then once I get the top put on, I was going to pop one of these out. So just pop one of these out. Hopefully, I was going to try freeze it so it made sure it came out nice and easy. Then I was going to plop that on the top and then sort of decorate it to look like, you know, Kirby riding a superstar or like he's having a little nap or something. But that would mean I would have to make another batch of cake mix, and I would probably need to, yeah. Titch, zoom out.
Zooming out.
So you have one of those, except it's skulls instead of perfect spheres. I think I've seen that one. I think I've seen the spheres one, which is, it's really good. It's just a really neat it's obviously good for like straight mixes and or like straight drinks, and you know it's all fancy. It's all what I'm actually going to do as well is I'm going to clean the bowl real quick. I'm going to whip up some more cream so we can get some going. Honestly, today I'm just going to make them normal. Make them normal, do the whipped cream around the side, put the gelatin thing on the top, and yeah, just do normal. We get around Halloween, noise. So the cool thing about them, yeah, sing the song of your people. Do it. The people haven't heard your song yet. The cool thing about the ice molds is, if you think about it, but if you want to give it a try, it should work. But you can turn it into chocolate molds. So if you get the right seal and you pour the chocolate in, you could get little chocolate skulls out of that. So just food for thought. Like, you want a little bit something. Hang on. You want something a little bit extra for Halloween? You can make little chocolate skulls. That would be awesome. Yes. If you were a little bit more patient and I'm not saying this as a bad thing, but if you had a bit more patience and a little bit more skill, you could also use them. So what you'll do here for me is I would fill one side, or fill each of these because it's even amount. So fill these up, but instead of fill them all the way to the top, a little bit in there, give them a swirl. Then once it sets, pop it out, marry them together, and then I've got one of those. I can make one of those hot chocolate things. You know, the things you put into the hot chocolate and they melt, and then there's some marshmallow in there or something silly like that. Yeah, hot chocolate bombs. There we go. Like bath bombs, but you can eat them. I mean, you can eat bath bombs, but I would advise against it. Don't eat bath bombs, kids. Just gonna give everything a quick rinse while we wait as well, because just to make things a little bit easier. A little bit easy for me when we finish up as well. Not going to do a full clean, but yeah, do a full clean once we raid out and say hello to some other people today. So, English is hard. No, yes, it is hard, but it's a new thing. TT's old, okay. it's not that. It's definitely not just English is hard. I just don't know the terminology for these things these days. I don't know what you call these things anymore. So that's mine. That's my That's why I was a little bit like, why is it cold? What do the young ones call it these days? Yeah. Yeah, I can feel it now. If I don't rinse these or give them a quick scrub, they're gonna... You can make Cadbury cream skull. Yes, you could. You could. Imagine it. Just imagine. Again, like I said, if you make the candy molds instead, so do a little bit of I felt old because I asked my little brother what Riz meant. Don't feel old. Don't feel old. That's a Zoomer thing. I don't even know what it really means. I don't even know what it really means. It's just something. It's like poggers and I don't know what other ones are. Based. Base is another one that I don't really understand. Right. Okay. You're just taking words. Yeah. You're just taking words that mean something else. Or poggers. What was poggers originally? When people said pog, it was play of the game. It was supposed to be play of the game, and then everyone's like poggers. And then it just became its own thing. But yeah, base is just like I don't know how you associate based with, you know, this is awesome. Like I don't know. Again, I'm old. I drop things. So I think PogChamp. Yeah, so the emote for PogChamp was yeah, no, not on this stream. Not on this stream. But yeah, the old PogChamp emote was a streamer back in the day, and I think they associated. I'm not 100% sure, but I do remember like a lot of the faces that you see on the emotes for Twitch, they're older streamers or relatively well-known streamers, and yeah. But I'm not sure if Pog was associated with the emote before what the abbreviation was supposed to be for, or after. I'm not sure. Like, you know, oh, this is what a Pog face looks like. I just don't know. All I know is I don't say it when I'm out in the town. I only say Pog on stream. I'm sure Goff might be able to testify. Have I ever said Pog in front of you guys while we're playing board games? Like, unironically. So Poggers comes from the emote, right? So Pog, I swear Pog was play of the game. So POG stands for play of the game. And then they turned it into Poggers, and then the emote was born. I don't know. Yeah, but have I said it unironically? Like, have I turned around and go, yo, that was Pog? In a serious tone, it's like, that play you did, Goff? That play you did in that game? That was Pog. Or if I gone, oh, those Poggers! That's the main thing I want to know. Definitely, yes. I've definitely done it with the voice. Definitely done it with the voice, but I haven't... Yeah, definitely done it with the voice, but definitely haven't... Age of Empires 2 streamer I watch use it all the time. It's because you got to keep up with kids. You got to keep up with the kids, you know? It's poggers. All the Zoomers. Again, you're supposed to be a certain age when you sign up for a Twitch account, but nobody's that age. Everybody's 12 or acts like a 12-year-old. The term PogChamp refers to a 2011 promotional video called Pog's Championship by what's that? Goodreads, which he wins the game of Pogs. 2011. So PogChamp has been around for 10 years. Wow. I'm not old now. I'm just out of touch. I'm just out of touch with that one. That's weird. I'm so lost. Look, I think I should have just not said anything about this. I should just stay that old guy on Twitch. And when some Zoomer comes in and goes, yo, that plate was poggers, or that cake looks poggers, I'm just like, cool. Do you want some chalky milk? I know the kids like chalky milk! Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm getting old. I'm too old for this crud. Some kid came up to me today and told me what I was doing was poggers. I don't understand it. Oh, that's... Yeah, that was actually, that was bad. The freezer wasn't actually closed properly. Let me, how'd that just stay in there? Yeah, the freezer wasn't closed properly. Oh, mac and cheese. Kids still like mac and cheese? I thought that, I thought Chalky Milk... Was it Chalky Milk Chicky Nuggies? Oh, yeah, it's Chalky Milk Chicky Nuggies and, mac and cheese. Those were the, I expect that if I come into the bakery looking for some bread or something, you will say, this loaf of bread is pretty poggers. if I open up my own business, so here's my pipe dream. This is the dream that will never come to. This is what would be nice to aspire to and be nice to have once in my life. But if I were to ever own my own bakery, so I'd start my own bakery, first and foremost, I would stop doing gameplay streams. Because I turn every day into a food and drink stream. And I would just stream what I do in the morning. I come into the morning, I bake the bread, I make some cakes and stuff like that. We finish up at a certain time, and then that will be the daily stream. I'll just become 100% food and drink streamer. That would be the full stream. But if I were to open my place up, and people knew that I was streaming, yeah, I probably would do that. Like if somebody turns around and says, what would you recommend? Like, out of all the stuff you make, what would you recommend? It's like, cheesecake? Cheesecake's pretty poggers. I'd suggest that. I follow a bloke whose channel is just him bartending. See, that's what I would like to do. I'd love to be able to turn my actual job and this little streaming hobby thing into a reality. Like, merge them together so I don't have to worry about, I go to work in the morning, then I come home, and then I stream a video game, and I have to fix up dinner, and I go to bed. It'd be great to just merge them into one, and have streaming just be a little bit of a side thing. Like, I do my cakes and stuff, but also can stream and chat to people like I do at the moment. It's just a little bit of a fun. It's just a little bit of a side venture. I used to follow a person who did donuts in the morning. So all he would do, pretty much exactly what I said. So he would come into the morning. He would start making the donuts. He'd have his camera set up. He'd have his headset, his mic, and he'd just chat with people. Chat with people, make donuts. Couldn't do that with mine. Yeah, so because I think that would be because what would be what's the word I'm looking for? Privacy rights. Like he wouldn't be able to just go, yeah, come in. You see that camera over there? You're on Twitch. People wouldn't be too happy with that. So yeah, I mean, look, some of them might be. Like if you get a few Zoomers in to get to their hair done, it's like, yo, you're on Twitch. A bit, oh, that's pretty poggers. What was I trying to say before? Oh yeah, it's like someone said it was poggers and I didn't understand it, and then they started doing some stupid dance with this and started spouting some math problem. It was like L plus ratio and I don't understand it. That's what I think is dumb as well, the whole L plus ratio plus whatever. Like, I thought math was dumb and you stay away from math. Like, why are we now bringing it into insults? I couldn't trust them to not say dumb crap. There's that too. Like, if you get, not bashing on boomers, but if you were to get a boomer in chat, or not just in chat, but in the salon, they might have a bit of a political view on things, and yeah, you don't really want to be that person who's like, shut up, or you're going bald. You could always threaten with that. just have a list of your rules when you come in, and tell them to them again because people don't read. Just say to them, it's like, we're gonna cut your hair today. We're gonna cut your hair. We're gonna style your hair and all that kind of stuff. Color it. It's gonna look wonderful and amazing. We're actually streaming live on Twitch at the moment as well. So say hi to my viewers. these are the things I don't want you to talk about. Don't talk about politics. Don't talk about, don't say anything racist. Don't be homophobic. Just be a nice, genuine, kind person, all that kind of stuff. If you break any of these rules, you're going bald. I'm just going to take the razor and straight off. I'm going to give you terrible racing stripes. Not the racing stripes on the side of the head, like the fashion model suit. No, you get the GT stripes. I don't care if you got hair down to your butt. You're getting GT stripes. Don't break my rules. Speaking of basic maths earlier, I just had to teach a conveyancer who looks after house purchases and sales how to do some. That's not good. What? If they work with numbers, like purchasing houses and sales, and yeah, purchases and sales is numbers incarnate. If you're teaching them how to do math, get a new conveyancer. You obviously did not take legitimate means to get this this job or to get this certificate. You did something to get your grades up. I want a new conveyancer. Old people are still racist and homophobic in my area. I hate it. I don't want to say I like to think. I'd hate to think that there's still some in my area as well. I would say it's probably more blatant and more obvious in your area, because I do know where you're from, and I can understand like the type of people that live there. But I think there are just old racist and homophobic people out there. Some are just louder than others, unfortunately, and they need to get up with the times. Like, people love each other, and they don't care what you think. Deal with it. I'm not using I'm not using this one if I sell. Yes. So yeah, would you like me to help sell your property? No, I taught you math. I suck at math. Go talk to somebody else. Alright. I just realized I had a pot with some of the gelatin Dragonfruit mix in it, and yeah, I want to get that semi fixed up right now. Just get it clean it up, because yeah, I know damn well if I let this sit and set, it's gonna be a nightmare to clean. Just an absolute nightmare. I'll come back to these after stream and give them a proper wash. I just need to just to make sure that I don't go too crusty. Titch. Stove camera off.
Deactivating stove camera.
Right, so what I'm going to do now is, let's have a quick... Ooh. Okay. I see you. I'm going to whip up some cream real quick. I'm going to whip up some cream. Then we're going to use this for decoration. Where did I put them? Ooh, yes, there they are. Right. As I say, I had edible roses from when I did the pomegranate, the pomegranate battle with Nish, and I thought, you know what, we could use that for decoration today. So, is that gonna be enough? I might add a little bit more. Yep. I always make extra cream than what I need. Let's put that aside for now. I always whip up extra cream, just because the last thing I want to do is not whip up enough, and then I run out while I hate this too. I cut my nails really short, and I hate getting stuff like the things caught under it, and you know that feeling of like your nail trying to pull away from the. Just ew, yuck. Cream, sugar. Sweetened. Just a tablespoon to sprinkle it in. Oh, yeah, it's already out. We'll use the stuff. I usually try to go for caster sugar when I sweeten my sugar or sweeten my cream. A little bit more, but make it nice and sweet. Sweet just like chat. Sweet just like you guys. Just like you guys. I know. I need to use that. I need to use that button more. Let's be just like you guys. Power nap time. Don't burn anything. I'm not using the burners anymore. It's all good. It is all daijoubu. Daijoubu. It's all good. We're not going to burn anything. And have a good nap too. Exactly. If I burn something, that's on me. That's entirely on me. Did I want? No, we're just doing that. We're just doing that. So what I'll do as well is let me get everything else prepped up too. So get my piping bag. Now, the round one. Oh, okay. So I think these are the only ones I've got. So I have a bunch of different size piping nozzles that we can use today. Obviously, because we're doing a smaller cake, we want to make it small. We want to have the piping small. We don't want to have 50% of the total surface area covered with cream, because I want to put the rest of this gelatin stuff on top. So my thought is, do we want to do... I reckon it's going to be one of these two, in all honesty. So let me grab this one here. Titch. Hang on. Titch. Zoom in.
Zooming in.
I just got to stand away from the mixer. So, see if we can line up a few of these. I've only really got small... Oh, wait a minute. I might actually have some other piping nozzles that we can use. Get some more in here. So I don't want to use one like that. That's going to be way too big. Like, that's nearly the size of my thumb. Do I have any small ones? No, it looks like that's going to be my smallest star nozzle. So yeah, do we want to use... and then where... Oh, it's right underneath everything. Because my... You know what? I probably need to pull it out and have a look. Take the colours out. Grab my piping nozzle set. Or my other piping nozzle set. I have a lot of piping nozzles! So many piping nozzles. I think I worked it out. I had like over 70. And I barely used all of them. So I don't even know why we've still got the bag for this. I don't need it. We've got some fancy dancy ones here too. I reckon, honestly, these are probably going to be too big. I reckon these will be a bit too big for what we're doing. We're making small petit foirs. We're not going ballistic. So we can have this tiny little one here. This one will be a nice one. See if we can... I quite like this one. Super swell. Not doing the grass one. We've got this one here. This one's a nice... Not that one. That one... So this one's a like a basket weave style. I actually use this to make like a... Can we zoom in for me? Or focus? Focus? Yeah, it's like a basket weave. I really like this one. This was really good to make a nice effect with. This one's a grass one. So this makes grass and hair. I don't remember what this one does. It makes a weird shape. See if we can focus. It's like a whack. So many different styles. That one looks... Yeah, this one's actually got longer ports at one side. That's weird. Just tell me if I'm being meticulous about this, or I actually have two of these. Got one that's got one on both sides. Interesting. I reckon it's going to be between these ones here, actually. I want a star nozzle style, but I also want a... I want small, SML. Oh, what am I was going to say, which one do we want to use? Why do I need to... Titch? Nah, it's a little bit too loud now. Titch? Zoom out.
Zooming out.
There we go. Yeah, I was gonna say, which one should we use? I can easily just, oh, maybe not that one. These ones here, oh, not that one. Damn it, it's just this one here. Not even that one, really. Because the idea is you're supposed to, you put them in like so, and you put the ring on top here, and then you can interchange them. So you can have a whole bunch of different types of nozzles. But these ones here are a little bit too big, so they don't fit on there. At least I can't get that on there. Nah, too big. Nah, too big. So, I'm just going to put this one aside for now. And then put this aside too, because I don't need that. Probably going to use one of these two. How much more? Ooh, that cream's getting close. Cream's definitely getting close. I'm going to test these one more time. So I think that they're set. Yo, Tess! How we doing? We've actually come at a very good time. We are just about to start piping some stuff up. Ooh, I might need to... We'll carefully heat this up. Carefully heat this up because we need to pour this over the top. But how are we doing today, Tess? I hope we're doing well. It's National Popcorn Day where I am, and I am full of free food. Now, why the crud? Why the crud did I only just find out about this now? We could have done a popcorn stream today. I could have done a popcorn stream today. Damn. There's a lot of different interesting flavor combos with popcorn that I would love to try out. So in saying that, my place put up a popcorn party. Man, I wish my workplace was like that. Man, my workplace is more... It's Kiwi! April Fool's stream, just throw popcorn in the microwave. I've actually thought about... So there... And how you doing, Kiwi? I hope you're doing well. How have you been? There is a way, and I know how to do it. There's a way that I can have it so channel point redeems, bit redeems, possibly like subs and stuff, can activate appliances in my kitchen. So I know the tech that I've already got the tech on the computer to do so. I just need the hardware to connect up to it. But one of the things I thought about toying with is having a popcorn machine ready on all times, and then have it so a certain amount of channel point redeem or like a certain bit redeem or something like that will fire up the popcorn machine and create popcorn for me. It's like, oh, I got popcorn for today. Nice. Well, that seems like, hang on. What that seems like a bad idea knowing some chats. Yes. But the main thing is I can... It's a brilliant idea. The cool thing about it is, with everything that I do as well, I can have it so it deactivates after the first time. Like, there is a wonderful gentleman named Camel Lol, who I have done streams with in the past, and he has something similar to what I'm talking about. But his ones are more... He has a leaf blower. I think he's got 2 leaf blowers at the moment now. So he's got leaf blowers set up, pointing at his countertop, and when you donate a certain amount of bits, they kick into full gear. Like, they just... And there are a bunch of clips of him having stuff on his table that get blown off while he's trying to make it, and it is hilarious. Yes, he's got so much tech on his thing. So he's got the leaf blower. He's also got a snow... Well, it's called a snow machine, but it's like a suds blower. So he obviously fills it up with not like dishwashing detergent, but something that makes a lot of bubbles, and then that blows bubbles all over his kitchen. He's got a ping pong ball launcher. He had a baseball launcher as well. He was telling me about that on stream. That one actually fired at about 50 mile an hour. Like if it, he had tennis balls in there. They had tennis balls in there, and he said that it's graded up to like 50 mile an hour. So, that's deadly. It wasn't aimed at him. I think it was aimed like up here. So the tennis ball would like launch, hit the wall and bounce into whatever. But it is absolute chaos. He's got the dirtiest kitchen on Twitch. I don't know if it's something to be proud of, but it's something that he holds. I also need to learn more about tech. Yes. It's actually, it all runs under like one program, and it's called, not Fujitech, Lumia. So it's under Lumia, and that's what runs my lights, which is great because I've already got the program set up to run my lights. All I need to do is just add a few commands with a few smart switches. Because all you need to do is you just buy a PowerPoint that has smart switches, which connects to your Wi-Fi. So this stuff too, you can use your phone to sort of go, I'm coming home, turn on the heater, turn on this appliance, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, you can link that up to this program, and you can have people across the world turn on my popcorn machine. It's amazing. I need that ping pong launcher for my cat. Chat can play with my cat while I game. See, now that's the thing you could think of too, if you really want to min-max all of this stuff as well. You could have a pet stream. So you could just have cameras around your house and have like a cat at home or your dog at home. And people just watch your cat, and then they can throw bits down to activate a treat thing. Obviously, you'd have that set on a timer, so you don't have people just going, your cat is a good boy. I'm going to feed him everything, and just dump the feed loader. But then they might be smart enough to know that, wait a minute, if I do something really cute and really nice, I get treats. That would make for some content. That would definitely make for some content. Okay. I think that's what we want. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no, cancel me. Cancel me, I'm licking my finger. My cat can self-regurgitate at least. He's got food out all the time. Silly kitty. Okay. It's a good thing I remember that I had that on the stove. Nearly did the one thing that Golf told me not to do. Okay. Well, hang on. Before I go too crazy, let's find a plate to put this on. What plate are we going to put this on today, guys? Let's turn that burner off too. Okay, so we've got those plates there. They're my only like round-ish plates. All the other ones are bowls or elongated ones. And we've also got these two as well. But I feel like this one's just an elongated, that one. Honestly, I'm thinking the black one. What do we think? What do we think, guys? I know I'm trying to throw a lot of the... That might actually have been a bit of a... I think that actually just sort of turned it into jam. It still smells okay. We'll hopefully try to get that to set again. So this is what it's roughly going to look like. It's going to roughly look like that, or square. No, it's going to be the round. I don't think it's going to sit perfect on the square. So, all right. So carefully now. Want to. Can I? Hold up. Yeah, we're getting there. Can we get a close-up of that cake? Just give me a wee second. Because what I want to do is... get a close-up on that cake once I get all the toppings and all that stuff done. Put that into there. Swirly swirl. So now what we want to do is go... The shakes. Oh, you're making me nervous, guys. Like so. Maybe put that in the fridge for now. Let's do that. Did that in the freezer for a quick sec. We'll get it close up in just a second. I just need that to cool and set. But what I will do in the meantime is... Why don't we get another one ready? Get another one ready on the square plate. Goes in the square hole. Oh, so yeah. It's still sort of working. This one sort of tore on the side. But... Wait. There it is. We'll get a close-up of this one for you, Tess. Once I get the cream on top. This one's actually a really nice tall one. I like this one a lot. So. Okay. Almost there. Titch? Are you already activated? Yes. Zoom in.
Zooming in.
There we go. What do we think of that? I'll showcase the other one because it's actually got the bring it up closer to. Wait. Do that. There you go. Look at that. I like the height of this one. I really do like the height of this one. Beautiful, I know, right? Very beautiful. And then, if I can carefully... Then the idea is you put this on top. So. And yeah, because that's still warm, it wants to try melt the cream, much like the other one did. But put this one back in here for now. I'm actually thinking I'll take a photo of the tall one. Yeah, so this was the main thing. Hang on, Titch. Zoom out.
Zooming out.
What's on the bottom layer? So So what we've made here, I'll take the other one out when it's a little bit more set and do the whole thing for the clip, which I need to start doing. I'm getting slack on that. I think I was getting complacent because other people were clipping it for me, but I'll do a better zoom in. So what we've made today is Bavarian cream dragon fruit cake. The base layer is a chocolate sponge, or like a chocolate cake. The Bavarian cream itself is dragon fruit Bavarian cream. And then we've got like a dragon fruit jelly, or dragon fruit raspberry. There's raspberry in there as well. I've eaten a lot of things I think I've eaten a lot of things today that I'll probably regret later, but I absolutely would eat that. I would absolutely eat this too. I am a big sucker for Bavarian. Bavarian cake is just so good. And now that I know how to make some myself, yeah, I think that sure, it's probably going to cost a little bit more to buy the ingredients to make my own. But if I can control the sizes with these, it looks yummy. I will give it a test taste really, really soon. Just so I can give you guys my thoughts and stuff. But yeah, as I somewhat mentioned before, just to make sure that some people who weren't in chat get the story. So I actually gave this recipe to Sailor Andromeda, or Star, when we did our cooking battle. So we had a cooking battle, which was it was a double event. So we had to make something that incorporated dragon fruit into it. She gave me a Japanese style cheesecake and sort of told me to work some dragon fruit into it. I gave her this recipe, and I was very keen, very interested to try this out myself. And I bought a whole bunch of frozen dragon fruit just in case I couldn't get dragon fruit myself, or the pink dragon fruit. I was able to get pink dragon fruit in the end, so I had a whole bunch of frozen stuff that I didn't need on the day. So I've got a bunch of dragon fruit in the freezer that I need to use up. I thought, you know what? I want to give this a try. Let's give it a try on stream. And honestly, I'm glad that I used the smaller cakes, because these set in no time flat. I was worried that we were going to have to sit here for like another 45 minutes and like, so how about this weather, eh? How about the Knicks? Just crud like that. But out of these two tins here, so we bought these tins for the cheesecakes, so the pecan pie cheesecakes that we made a while back, which was suggested by Punamancer Mimi. And I thought, you know what, we'll just use these ones, but I was getting worried that they were going to be too thin. That's my only gripe with this one here. So this specific cake here is just a little bit too thin. This one here I bought just before when I was buying my ingredients for today's stream. It's a little bit smaller, so this is a 4-inch cake. Yeah, so it's a 4-inch by 2-inch. It's actually a little bit taller than these ones here. So I was giving it that extra height, which I want. It's a little bit extra height. And I was actually thinking about overfilling them, like lining it with paper, like baker's paper, and then overfilling it so it sat a little bit higher. But leveling it to the top of this actually worked out perfect. Looks awesome, chef. Where's the dragon fruit cheesecake cocktail to go with? Ooh. Now, if I had a thought, if I was a smarter man, I probably would have, probably should have done that. But we are going to do a cheesecake day soon. That's a freebie for Tells. That's a freebie for Tells. Tells loves cheesecake and always goes a little bit manic when we make cheesecakes on stream. So I'm going to try to do a stream where I do a set style cheesecake, a baked style cheesecake, and then I'm going to make a milkshake that's cheesecake flavored. So. Ooh. Oh, it's looking really good. All right, I'm going to give this a quick try. I'm going to give this a try just because I want to see what it tastes like. So. Oh, yeah, look at that. Yeah, I need a Titch. Zoom in.
Zooming in.
Look at that. Oh, that's so good. These are jiggly. Oh, that's actually really good. I'm very pleased with this. I was so worried that this wasn't going to set properly and it wasn't going to do what it needed to, but that has set perfectly. Perfectly in the short amount of time we did too. Like, this was, again, I was really, almost looks like cherry ripe cake. It does. It really does. Now, ooh, cherry ripe Bavarian. Titch? Zoom out.
Zooming out.
Cherry ripe Bavarian. That could be a good combo. Alright, so. Honestly? It's been a while since I've actually had dragon fruit itself. This sort of really just tastes like raspberries. So we might have skimped out a little bit on the dragon fruit this time. But no, it's like it's super sweet. It's very light too. Very light and creamy. I'm very happy and pleased with the folding technique that we didn't really crush the air in the mix. Oh. Okay, why don't I just eat the whole wing? Dragonfruit is very subtle. No, sorry. I know it doesn't look like a yummy face. It is, but it's just trying to. The reason I pulled that face is because I want to try, like, it's trying to articulate my thoughts into what I'm a very simple man. Let it be known, I'm a very simple man. If I taste something, I'll tell you if it tastes yummy. I'll tell you if it tastes sweet or salty. I can't really articulate the thoughts too much. Like, I can't say I can taste the zest of the lemon juice that was in there, and the bitterness of this and all that stuff. It takes me a while to get those thoughts, but I was hoping for like more of a distinct dragonfruit flavor. But because the raspberries overpower the dragonfruit just really gives it color and the seeds and the look, per se. Unga bunga, yummy snack, exactly. It's like, it's tea cake. It's a very cake. It's cream cake. It's yum. Doesn't have much taste. Okay, good. Because I was expecting to be like this really, like a real punch in the face sort of flavor. But if the dragonfruit has a very subtle taste and it's more of colorization and looks, I think we got it on point. I think we definitely got on point. Like, this is good stuff. Because the thing that I compare it to as well is every other Bavarian cake I've had. So I usually have Bavarian, like chocolate Bavarian cake. I think I've had an apple pie Bavarian cake as well. And this is exactly on point. The good thing about these ones too, the store-bought ones, they're tiny. They're about half this size. And we got one double. We got wheat cake. That's good. This is very good. Let me make a pretty one. Let me make a pretty one for you. Hang on, I gotta get the I've got a wide angle lens on this camera and I'm not used to it. Just definitely not used to it. Where do I put them? They're over here. So. Yep. Don't want no chocolate crumbs. Come on. I don't want to drop a whole bunch on there. Why not chalky crumbs? Because chalky crumbs look messy. Looks a bit messy. Titch? Zoom in.
Zooming in.
So here is my attempt, and I think my successful attempt, at Bavarian cream dragon fruit cake. The texture, the gelatin setting, and everything I think turned out amazing. Thank you. And yeah, I've got to take some photos of this bad boy after we finish stream because we don't need to take them just yet. But yeah, everything turned out really well, and I'm very happy. We need Star's opinion. I will post this in her Discord as well and see what she has to say. There was no conversing with Star today about this. This was just something that's like, you know what? I want to, I got to make this. Because I just want to give it a try myself. Titch? Zoom out.
Zooming out.
We do have an extra one as well. So if Daddy-O wants to try one, then we can always send you home with one. I'm more than happy. I've got one myself that I'm going to eat. This one's going to get a photo shoot and probably set aside. So yeah, you definitely want to come over and take some off my hands. More than happy to. More than happy to, Mama. But yeah, let me change over to here real quick. Don't need to keep an eye on Titch because Titch has been a wonderful and good boy today. And yeah, today's just been a really nice and easy day. Like, I was expecting more stress, more the real Mama TC. yeah, so yeah, it's my actual mum. Number Papa CC, why not? Let's pull the thread out of this apron. It's all for me. Your father's getting a bit chunky. No sweets for your father until he does the yard work. So yeah, this is the actual Mama TC that makes the aprons as well. So but yeah. Yeah, I was expecting today to be very, very stressful and very, like, things weren't going to work out well, and the whole fact with the gelatin too, like, that really baffled me and just threw me out. So now that I know how this recipe works, it's a lot easier to get my head around. And we actually were able to skip and change a little couple of steps, because instead of using gelatin powder today, we did use gelatin sheets, which I think are far superior. Sure, you spend a little bit extra and you have to use more gelatin sheets per powder, in a sense. But I think gelatin sheets just work so much better. The fact that I can just melt them into the mix and they come out nice and smooth. My main thing is, I think the reason why I'm just a little bit miffed or annoyed with gelatin powder, because I made a Bailey's cheesecake on stream once, and it was for my birthday. Like, it was a birthday stream, I made a cheesecake, and the gelatin semi-set before I put it in, or it set while I was mixing it into the cheesecake mix. And I got a lot of big stringy lumpy bits out of it, and it just wasn't a good cheesecake. So I blame the powder itself, because it's very hard to hydrate and then melt down, in my opinion. That's just my personal opinion. Whereas the sheets I find a lot easier just to soak, squeeze, either microwave to get them to the liquid state you need, or just throw them straight into the mix. But that's just my personal opinion. So I was worried that something like that was going to happen today as well. And not only that, too, the cream. Trying to fold the cream in as well. I thought I was going to get a few, like, big chunky, well, not chunky, but lumpy cream bits in there as well. But we were able to mix that through pretty good too. So I think we did a good job today. I think today was a 110% astounding success. So yeah, I got a bunch of dishes to do now. So why don't we show the love today? Let me move this aside so we can have this on. Have this still on camera, so I can grab my keyboard as well. Keyboard and mouse. Oh yeah, there's a lot of I just felt that on my mouse. There's a lot of sugar on the table. Yeah. Just barely made to see the cake. Yes, it's a good one too. Hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well, Lemon. Main thing is you got here in time. You came here for the good part. You didn't have to sit around and listen to math. What's a fraction? How do I change this fraction to another fraction? What's a percent? But yes, I like baking math. Look, baking math, I think it's just general math for me. It just confused me. Like, we had to halve 1.5 tablespoons, and it's early for me. I want to say it's early for me. It's like, well, what's half of 1.5? It's 2 quarters or 3/4. The recipe was confusing as well. Fractions, consolances, yeah. So it was 1.5 tablespoons of gelatin powder, which I then converted into teaspoons, and then I converted that into leaves. But then the recipe goes down to say that you need 3/4 of a tablespoon, or 3/4 of a tablespoon of gelatin powder, which confused me, because what it actually did for me there was it halved the top gelatin powder to say this is what you need to halve it to. There's no indication that this is the dividing of the recipe. Like 6.5 tablespoons of granulated sugar, it says to divide, but it doesn't say how to divide. Do we divide it by half? So it's just a little bit confusing, and I'm just like, yeah. And then played mad scientist with the Dragonfruit mix as well. It's like, we're gonna put it into this bowl, but we're gonna put this into that one. But You came at a really good time. I would say you came at a very good time. But then, unfortunately, you came just as we were finishing up as well. So, let me do this and pull up Twitch. Mute that tab. Bacon is a fun mix of very delicate and very unga bunga. That's exactly what my thought process was before. Like when we tried this cake, sat there, it's like, trying to articulate my thoughts of like, what does it taste like? What's the texture like? And yeah, I'm a simple man, so it's cake. I'm a man. I don't need to talk about other silly things like that. So, so the people I have live myself for food and drink, we could go say hi to Camel, who has the dirtiest kitchen on Twitch. We've got Miss Molly Makes, who is making Asian sticky beef bao and Aussie jelly slice. That actually sounds pretty good. We've also got Sweet Anne's. So Sweet Anne's is they're doing makers and crafts. I actually thought that was somebody else, to be honest. They're preserving cookies and other things as well. When it comes to other stuff for streaming, we have Soma, who is currently chatting at the moment, but they're probably going to be playing some games soon. And we've also got Phantom Knight 300, who is playing Yakuza 0. They've actually rated out to us a couple of times, so we could always share the love there. But other than that, where's the... Might have to minimize chat for a second so I can get the search bar, so I can pull up food and drink. Can you believe that food and drink is not on my recommended at the moment? That's just a big old word. So in the food and drink, who's bonking me? Ember's bonking me. I expect nothing else. So. I mean, we could pop by and say hi to somebody new. Okay. Printed. Okay. There's a few on here at the moment. This is just a bit of a hard one. It definitely really is a hard one to go by. So we've got somebody who's making brown butter and bourbon cupcakes, funfetti cookies and loaded jalapeno popper skip. That actually sounds pretty good. I'm just gonna pull their thing up, see what their deal is. We've got a couple of people who are just doing some stuff on the side. We've got Chef Lajos, who's doing orange plus bourbon plus bourbon plus bourbon. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that's all about, but you can pull it up, see what that's all about. Let me do that. What is he doing at the moment? He's got his... Where have I seen you? I think you did something with Camel. I think we might say hi to Chef Laos. I recognise that name. Great news! My illicit narcotics factory is booming, and I predict great things for my company. Good job. Good job. Make funfetti cookies, they're so good. Yeah, so I'm gonna say I'm gonna throw it to two people at the moment. So we've got Pantry Elf. So Pantry Elf is making the brown butter and bourbon cupcakes, funfetti cookies, and loaded jalapeno pop-up potato skins. Or we can jump over to Chef Lajos, who is making something orange with bourbon. Doesn't actually say too much of what they're doing, so we could pop by and see what they're making. They're also pretty smarted up in a little chef hat, and it looks like a little chef chef jacket as well. So yes, let me copy that raid message as well. So what would we like to see? Do we want to see a whole bunch of orange and bourbon, or do we want to go see some bourbon cupcakes and funfetti thingos? And with all that being said as well, while we semi-decide, it's a really hard one for me. I really don't know who to say or pop over to be honest. Yeah. Chef Hat, we'll go say hi to Chef Lagos. Yeah, we can definitely do that. Chef Lagos. Yeah, we'll go say hi to Chef Lagos. I'm gonna have to copy some things a couple of times. So that one there. We do that. Get that one there. Yep. Alright, so that's all set and ready to go. So let me copy the raid message. Copy, collect, select. Yep, okay. So, with that all being said, let me finish up by saying thank you so very, very, very much to anybody and everybody who came by to check out what I was doing today. I thought there was going to be more stress today, as mentioned before, but it turned out to be a really nice, easy, chill stream. And they're the best kind of streams you want. Minimal stuff-ups, minimal scuff, just a good time. Which follows me on to saying thank you so very much to everybody who came by and had a chat with me today as well. Thanks for just being here and having a good old time with me. Thank you for helping me with some silly things like math problems as well. It's just always a great time to hang out with you guys as well. Also, a big old shout out to the lurkers as well. Can't leave them behind. You guys are awesome. Although you don't chat, your support means so much to me. So much more than you realize. And yeah, thanks for all the other stuff too. Thanks for redeems and thanks for being awesome. Thank you so much, Jason. It looks delicious because it tastes delicious. It's really nice. So yeah, with that all being said, let me fire up this raid. And yeah, I'll finish up by saying a big old thanks again. Take care of yourselves out there, stay safe, and I hope to catch you all in the next one. Alrighty, catch you later.